Hello, kings and queens. Welcome back to Impacting Windows. My name is Sharika. As usual, to all of my returning subscribers, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. To anybody that is new, also, welcome. It is nice to have you here in this community of believers. We follow Yeshua HaMashiach. They call him Jesus. Real name, Yeshua HaMashiach. Anywho, not going to get all into that, but welcome, welcome, welcome. To anybody who is not subscribed, yet you have come across this message, or should I say this message has found you, but yet you have never seen me before. This message, I want to say it's obviously for you, but I'm going to say, like I always say, still take me and this word back to Adonai so that he can confirm it. But I do believe that this is a message that should be a confirmation to many, because Adonai should have already been downloading things in your spirit and talking to you about this if this word is for you. But as far as the channel and coming here and subscribing, if Adonai puts it on your heart to subscribe, then please do subscribe. I wouldn't want anybody under a ministry that they have not been called to be under. Okay? So, just 1 second. I just heard something in the spirit, and so I want to write it down. What time is it? Okay. So anywho, welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to say something that I try to say at the beginning of every video. I only prophesy in part. I only know in part. So please make sure that you take this message back to Adonai so that he can give you the full download of whatever it is that he's wanting you to know concerning this specific word. And also, like I said a while ago, test the spirit behind this word, behind me, and Adonai will confirm whether or not I am truly of him or not, and if this word is for you. So I did pray before I got on here as usual, because again, this ministry is not my own. I am just a vessel. It belongs 100,000 trillion percent to Adonai. So I can do nothing concerning this ministry or anything. None of us can do anything that is prosperous, successful, that is right, without having Abba, his son, and his Ruach HaKodesh. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this word, okay? So I'm not sure what the title for this message is going to be yet. Whenever I post it, then I'll put a title in, but we'll go ahead and get into the message, okay? So on August the 21st of this year at 1:03 a.m., I heard, back in July, it's a word for many. So, what's this? Yeah, so I heard again, back in July, it's a word for many. So this is what I heard in the spirit. And this was Adonai letting me know that I needed to go back in my notes and start looking up some of the words, some of the things that he spoke to me back in July that he wanted me to focus on right now to bring to you, because this word is for many of you. The things, whatever it was that he spoke to me back in July. So I did that. I went and I looked through my notes, the things that I have heard in the spirit, because I write all these things down, the dreams, the visions, and whatever I hear in the spirit. Sometimes it's Adonai's automated voice. And sometimes it is he sends a messenger, an angel messenger, and I hear what they say. Or it could be the Ruach HaKodesh, which is his Holy Spirit. Either way, I hear and I write. I see, I write. I dream, I write. I need to put that on something. So anyways, I was led to July the 1st. July the 1st at 1:41, I heard territory. Now, first of all, whenever I was scrolling through the July notes and things that I've heard, I heard territory. And so I end up seeing on July 1st at 1:41 a.m. that I had written down territory. On July 19th of this year as well, at 1 a.m., I heard, in my vision, I see a bigger territory. On August the 12th of this year, at 10:03 p.m., I heard unfamiliar territory. And then on August the 22nd of this year, at 6:55 p.m., I heard uncharted territory. And this, as a matter of fact, whenever the 22nd was when I originally started working on this message that Adonai was letting me know, hey, you need to get this message out. So this was on the 22nd. So as I was writing down the things that I had heard previously, like in July and earlier August, as I was writing these things down, I end up hearing uncharted territory. So if you don't know by now, if you cannot tell by now, this is a message about territory. So congratulations to you on your new territory, on the territory that Adonai is getting ready to bring you into, your promised land. So what I did was I looked up the definition for unfamiliar, because again, on August the 12th at 10:03 p.m., I heard unfamiliar territory. So I'm like, let's look up unfamiliar, and just, even though we know what it is, but sometimes Adonai wants to give us a depthness of it, and he'll just have me to look up something, or have us to look up something, right? Because he'll minister to us. So whenever I looked up the definition in Merriam-Webster dictionary, this is what it said. It said, not well known, strange. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Something just came to me. So, not well known, strange, not well acquainted. So the territory, and again, this should be confirmation. The territory that Adonai is sending many of his children into is unfamiliar. It's not a territory that's well known. It may feel strange. It's going to feel strange to you. It's not a territory that is well acquainted. So a while ago when I went silent, and I'm like, I just had a thought, an epiphany, whatever. The word strange. So about, was it a week ago? Maybe a week ago, not sure, but on my notification, so I'm subscribed to Bath and Body Works, and so they send notifications. And on this particular notification that I got, it said strange, something like Stranger Things coming soon. Stranger Things coming soon. And it said second chapter, August 22nd. So Stranger Things coming soon, something to that effect. Stranger Things Coming Soon. Second chapter, August 22nd. Now, two things off top. Unfamiliar, whenever I just read the definition for unfamiliar, what was one of the words? Strange. And when did I tell you that Adonai had actually set me down to prepare for this message and write all these things out? August 22nd. So, again, this should be confirmation to you. Now, the third thing is that for many of you, again, who this word is for, you are now in your second chapter. You are in the second chapter of your life, of your journey. The first chapter, you were walking in your flesh, doing your own thing, maybe. You know, you were out of alignment with Adonai. Many of us, she, me, her, was in a marriage that was not ordained by Abba, and was previously in relationships that were not ordained by Adonai at all. And so now we have come into that divine alignment. That's what's in my spirit right now. We have come into the divine alignment. We have left behind those relationships, whether romantic, platonic, business, whatever we've been fraternizing in and who we've been fraternizing with, whatever. But we have come out of that. We have seen the light. We have heard his voice calling us out of those religious things, relationships. And that just came to me because I wasn't going to say that. So sacrilegious, religious things, mindsets, ways of living and being. We've come out of those things. We know that Adonai with him, it's not about religion. It's all about relationship. It's all about relationship. And so you are now in chapter 2 of this journey, this new journey, this journey that you have been called to. Many of us are generational curse breakers. And I said in my last video that I do believe that those of us who have a marriage promise, who have been specifically called to marriage, and not saying just those who have been called to marriage, but those of us who have been called to marriage, that we are generational curse breakers. So there's a new standard that's being raised. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but it got real loud. But anyways, there's a new standard that's being raised. There's a generational reset, and I'm hearing a rebirth that is being done through the coming together of you and your ordained spouse. So those of us who have been standing in the gap for that person that Adonai has shown us is our ordained spouse, or maybe he has not shown you exactly who your ordained spouse is, but he has told you that you do have a marriage promise and to stand for this person, right? Yes, so there's a generational reset and a rebirthing that is being done. Many of us have birthed Ishmaels, and now it's time for the Isaacs to be born. And that can look like the marriage, that can look like actual children, business, ministries, whatever. But in this specific thing, marriage. Yeah, so the synonyms that I saw for the word unfamiliar are fresh, unheard of, new, original, unaccustomed. This place that you're going to is fresh. It is unheard of. And because it's unheard of, or it feels strange, you may feel like, am I really supposed to be here? But Adonai will bring comfort to you and let you know, like, no, you heard me right. You heard me right. This is where I have called you to. There are some states, some countries that we've never heard of that Adonai may be sending us to. You don't know anybody at all, but yet he has sent you to this strange land, and you're like, what am I doing here? We don't even speak the same language. I don't even know their language, and I'm hearing language barrier is what I'm hearing. So Adonai may be calling some of you to get onto, I think it's called Duolingo, or whatever site, to learn different languages. There may be a language that you may be hearing in your spirit, and you're like, am I hearing this right? Is this some type of demonic thing? Like, I've never heard this language before. I've never heard it. Like, no, Adonai is letting you know that he wants you to learn a different language, a different tongue, if you will. So yeah, that's for somebody. I know it's for me, but that's for somebody. This place, this territory will be new. It is original, and it's unaccustomed. Again, just something that you're not used to, but you will grow. You will begin to become accustomed to this new territory, to this place that he is sending you. So on July the 2nd, at 1:18 p.m., I heard, and this is what I heard in the spirit, from the new original movie, and then I heard daughter. So let's go back up to the synonyms for the word unfamiliar. What were two of the words that were synonyms? New and original. New and original, right? These were two of the synonyms for the word unfamiliar. And I just said on July the 2nd, and again, I try to say this in each one of my words, because this is not a flesh situation. This is not a flesh word. This ministry is not of the flesh. It is of the spirit. So whenever you log in, tap in, click on this word or any word that is from Adonai, you need to tap in with your spiritual ears, spiritual eyes, spiritual mind, spirit, in order to receive the truth, the depth of what it is that prophet or prophetess is saying, right? So again, two of the words that are synonyms for unfamiliar. One is the first one is new, and the other one is original. New, original. Now, on July the 2nd at 1:18 p.m., I heard from the new original movie, daughter. What Adonai is doing in your life, how he is moving you into this new territory. And this is the territory of marriage and the territory as in a physical location that you are moving to. It is a new original movie. It's going to feel like a movie. And I'm hearing even series, because the things of Adonai, the blessings of Adonai, they go on and on. It's never ending. It's never ending, right? And he is talking to his daughters on this part right here. Well, he said daughter, but I believe that this is also for the sons, because it's not just the women who are standing. There are men who Adonai have spoken to and said, get off from around your people, your kinfolks, leave your daddy's house, your mama's house. I almost said something else, but that was probably would have been rude, even though I wouldn't have meant it that way. But anyways, same thing that he said about Abraham, and I'm hearing Abraham covenant, and that may be significant for some of you. He may have been calling you Abraham or letting you know that you are a part of the Abraham covenant. But he has told you, man, he has told you women, the daughters, the sons, to get off from amongst your people, your family, and go to a place, a territory that I will tell you. And whenever, well, I don't know if that's true or not. But anywho, I was thinking about something else. But he has told you that. So again, from the new original movie, your life is going to feel like it is a movie, and that eventually will be displayed for many people to see. It's new to you, but it's something that is old to Adonai, because this is the life, this is the marriage, this is the territory. These are the things that he had already had established for you. It is original. It is original. Again, it's not something that just happened all of a sudden because we have now fallen into line with Adonai's word and what it is that he's called us to do. Now, and to continue on with the original, on July the 13th at 10:46 p.m., I heard the original. On August the 15th at 11:24 a.m., I heard original. So he's speaking a lot about original, right? Something that it's already been established. It's already been written. So I heard uncharted territory / waters, because I heard uncharted territory, but then I heard uncharted waters as well. So I looked that up in Merriam-Webster's dictionary, and it says a new and unknown area. A new and unknown area. So again, just newness, freshness is what he's talking about concerning the territory that he's sending you into. Again, physical territories, marriage, ministry, whatever he has been speaking to you. So again, that's why it's so important for you to take this word back to Adonai so that he can give you the fullness of whatever it is that he's saying specifically to you. On August the 22nd at 7:06 p.m., which is again the day that I was, here I go with there, that I was originally writing this word down and studying for it, studying to show myself approved. I heard original plan is what I heard on August the 22nd of this year at 7:06 p.m. So I looked up the definition for original, and it says of, relating to, or constituting an origin or beginning. This is something that has been established, written, spoken since the beginning. The origin of your destiny, the origin of this ordained marriage, the origin of the promised land, the origin of the ministry, the origin of the child and or children that you're gonna be birthing, twins. I'm feeling twins in my spirit that you're going to be birthing. This is an origin. The origin of it, the beginning, was from the beginning, in the beginning. Okay? New to you, but not to Adonai. He already had these things planned for you, for us. It was all about the divine timing and divine alignment for his word to come to pass, in which he talks about that in Amos chapter 9, verses 13 through 15. At the end of 15, he says, wait, is it that one? No, that's what we gonna do. Because I don't think it's that. Oh. Nine. Okay, no, it's not that. That's not the one I was referring to. It's a different one. But in one of Abba's scriptures, he says that he will make everything right in its time. Anywho, so it was all about divine alignment and divine timing. Those things are so important. And now is that time for these things to manifest, for these things to come forth. And then another, I want to say part B of the definition for original says, being the first instance or source from which a copy, reproduction, or translation is or can be made. Again, it's all about divine alignment and divine timing. A lot of us was out of that divine alignment, was outside of that divine timing, because we were with a copycat. We know that Satan likes to take the things that are holy, that are righteous, that are pure, that are sanctified, right? They're set apart, and he likes to put his stamp of darkness on it. He manipulates the truth, right? So a lot of us were in situations that were copycats, and a lot of times, well, nowadays we are hearing, what's the word? Counterfeit. Thank you, Royal Hakodesh. This can be looked at like a counterfeit. The copycat of what is original, what is true, what is light, what is actually from Adonai. And a great example, a perfect example, is the rainbow. What does the rainbow signify in the Bible whenever it comes to Adonai? The promise that he will never again destroy mankind because of their our sinful, disgusting ways. He will never destroy the land, the earth, the people again. He will never do that. That's his promise. So when we see that rainbow in the sky, it's about his promise. But what has Satan done? He has taken the rainbow, and now it is literally the stamp, the presentation, the frontier, the stamp. He has taken that and made it to be now the LGBTQAI, whatever that. I don't even need to go any further. That's an example, though, of Satan trying to come in and do a whole copycat. So Adonai is the source. And from that source, Satan and his wicked agents have come and made copycats. They've come and sown in tares amongst the wheat while we were sleeping. That's why it's time to wake up. Be awakened. Be awakened. Allow him to wake you up. He's trying to wake you up now. Wake up. Now, there's been a reproduction of the original, a different translation of the original. Again, that's Satan coming in and sowing in the tares and trying to strip us, take us away out of the way, the real way, the actual way, which is Yeshua HaMashiach, right? So he's come in and did that. And whenever I was writing this down, I heard Ishmael. Ishmael was a copycat. He was, and even the copycat, it's not the original. So whenever the copycat comes in, there may be small little smidgets of truth in there, but it's a whole lot of lies that's in that thing, right? So the enemy can try to copy all he wants. It'll never be the original. It'll never be what was from the beginning, Adonai's actual plan and purposes. So a lot of us have birthed Ishmaels. A lot of us have been in relationships with Ishmaels because we did not wait on the promise. We did not wait on Abba. We did not consult him and say, is this the person that you call me to be with? Is this a ministry that I should be a part of? Is this the place that you would have me to live? Whatever that Ishmael, whatever that looks like in your life. So on the same day, August the 22nd, at 7:35, I heard original maker. He is our original maker of our love story. He is our original maker of the promised land. Whatever that looks like, because this can be on different levels, right? But in this case, marriage and actual territory being moved, because even before, so I studied for this message starting August the 22nd. Now, between August the 22nd and today, which today I haven't left the house yet, but between August the 22nd and yesterday, specifically yesterday, when I say that I have seen so many moving trucks, like yesterday wasn't the first day that I ever left the house, but yet yesterday, the day was filled with so many moving trucks of different sizes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Adonai. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Ruach HaKodesh. Thank all y'all. But I saw so many moving trucks, like insane, of different sizes. With that being said, I was brought back to what was said earlier, uncharted waters. Some of you may be moving across seas. Some of you, this is not a small move, because like I said, I saw moving trucks of different sizes. I saw a small one, a medium one. I saw a large one, a really big one. So some of you, for the larger moves, you may be moving across states, multiple states. And for some of you, you're moving to a different country, like across waters somewhere. Take this back to Adonai again. This is why? What is the problem? What is the problem? Just trying to share a message to my peeps. Goodness, get it together, tongue. So this should serve as a confirmation. Take all this back to Adonai. But there are multiple moves, just like he said on August the 21st at 1:03. it's a word for many. This is a word for many, not just a couple, but for many. He has been calling you to get up and move, whether it's into your same city, but just a different location in your same city, or maybe one state over, or maybe he's saying, no, you're traveling like 5 states over, or he's saying, no, you're moving to Australia, you're moving to South Africa because I'm going to be using you over there, whatever. But there are moves that he's calling us to make in this season, in this time, in this hour. So make sure that you are in alignment with him concerning these things. It's like, seemed like it got dark all of a sudden. So anyways, he is the original maker of all things that you are stepping into, that you will step into. He is the original maker, period. The heavens and the earth, everything, right? And also I'm hearing like original task maker. I didn't look up task maker, but original task maker. I've been hearing task maker, so maybe some of you have too, but yeah. And then at 7:42 p.m., I heard Isaac and Rebecca story. So the story of Isaac and Rebecca. In this, I'm hearing territory. I know that Abraham sent his servant to get Rebecca. Rebecca left a place where she was at with her parents, her brother, her family. She left. She was willing to leave. She left, and the servant took her to Isaac. Isaac already had territory. Rebecca did not have to go and toil and, okay, Isaac, so now where are we going to live? What are we going to do? How can we get some property to build a home, to live on, to raise a family, yada, yada, yada. Like, it was already done. He already had territory, lots of territory, because what Abraham had, he passed it on to Isaac. So there was no lacking there at all. And not to be like Rebecca was Isaac's territory, but bone of his bone, flesh of his flesh type of situation. He belonged to her, she belonged to him. And that's what that is. You know, your promised land, that's a territory, a physical place, that house where it is sitting on, 10, 15, 20 acres or whatever. That's your territory. It belongs to you. So the word territory seems very strong and out there whenever you're talking about a person. But this is a person that belongs to another person. Again, Isaac belonged to Rebecca. Rebecca belonged to Isaac, because the original maker, the original task maker, called these things to be so. There are tasks that he is calling us to be a part of, yes. There are tasks that he is calling us to partake in, right? Because these are the tasks that are taking us into the promised land. Again, marriage, physical territory as far as like land. So just make sure that whatever it is Adonai is calling you to do it. If you're not sure, if there's some confusion, we know that Adonai is not of confusion. So the enemy will come in and sow seeds of doubt, of confusion, and things like that. Make sure that you take it back to him. He's not offended. He's not upset whenever we ask for confirmations about things, because he wants us to be in alignment with him. And my prayer is that he would bring each of us into alignment with his times and seasons as the sons of Issachar, right? Because they were in alignment. They knew exactly what tasks they were supposed to be doing, when they were supposed to be doing them. That was in the divine alignment, the divine timing of Adonai. And so that is very important, and that is my prayer for each and every single one of us. Trying to see if there's anything else. Glory, hallelujah to you, Adonai. Glory, glory, hallelujah to you, Adonai. Holy is your name. I'm hearing Jacob. That might be significant for somebody. I'm hearing Jacob. Israel. That name change. Your name has already changed in the spiritual realm, but your name is getting ready to be changed over here on this side. And for some of you, Abba has been referring to you as Jacob. You may have been living a life such as Jacob lived. And now he is calling you Israel, Yasharel. Name changes. And some, your first name may change. For many of us, those of us who are getting married, our last names are getting ready to change. So be excited about that. Be encouraged. If those of you that are standing, continue to stand. If he's called you on a fast, go on a fast, because there's a significant thing that is attached to each and every single fast. That is why it's so important for us to finish them out. And there are times that it's like, I just went on a fast, like a week ago or a month ago. Like I just came off of a 21-day fast or something, but then now he's telling you probably a week later, go on a 3-day fast, the Esther fast. And you're like, each fast is significant for a particular thing or particular things, because you can go on, like, let's say a 21-day fast, and on that 21-day fast, whenever you do exactly what he's calling you to do on that fast, there will be multiple things that are broken off of you in the spirit, that are broken off of your family, your generational lineage. So that's something that you need to make sure that you're mindful of. Okay. I pray that this word definitely reaches those. As a matter of fact, I know that this word will reach each and every single person that it is supposed to reach. He watches over his word to make sure that it does not fall to the ground, but that it accomplishes every single thing that he has called for it to accomplish. And he is making everything right for us, his children, his people, in its time. And King Solomon said that King Solomon talks about, I want to say in the book of Ecclesiastes, he talks about there being a time and season for everything under the sun. I am here to let you know, to give you confirmation that you are in your season. It is your season for marriage. It is your season to pack up and move across states, across the border, across countries. It's time. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. And I'm hearing Ishmael's will not inherit the promise. And I remember, and I can't look it up in my phone, but I remember probably a few weeks ago, me hearing in the spirit, something along the lines of, like Abba was saying that his promise, the rainbow promise, or his which we know that the rainbow signifies the promise, but that the promise means that it cannot and will not be shared with the Ishmaels. Whatever was birthed outside of the promise, the fullness of the promise cannot and will not be shared with the Ishmaels. But also, we know that now whenever we're talking about children who are born outside of the promise, and take this back to Adonai, but that is what that is. We have had children that were not a part of the original plan, but yet he allowed it because everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. So anywho, we know that Ishmael was not a part of the original plan. Sarah was impatient and therefore gave Abraham over her territory, her property, gave him over to one of her handmaids, servants or whatever, so that she could have a child. But that, just because that child came from your man does not mean that that is your child. That child did not come from you. But now there are situations where Adonai has had people to adopt, so I'm not saying anything about that, but at the beginning, middle, end of the day, there is an original plan, period. Let's stick to the original plan. Now that we have been awakened, let's stick to the original plan. Do not go to the left or to the right. Put the blinders on. Like the horses in the races, they have the blinders on so that whenever they're running, they're not going on crazy and trying to go off into the other horse's lane over here or over there. Put your blinders on and let's stick to the original plan. Isaac was the original plan, but Abraham did send Abraham did send Ishmael and his mom, can't think of her name right now, but sent them away with blessings though. And Abba told him that, Sarah is saying for you to send Ishmael and his mother away. Don't be upset with her. Do as she is saying. True enough, he's not a part of the original plan, the original promise. I will still make him a mighty nation, a great nation, or whatever. So he was still blessed, right? But there was still no comparison between how Adonai bestowed the blessings up on Isaac. The Isaac blessings, the fullness of that, versus what Ishmael had. There's no comparison because, again, Isaac was a part of the original plan. All right, so I love you. I love each and every single one of you. Again, take this word back to Adonai. Test the spirit behind the word, behind me. I love each and every single one of you. I want you to remember that you are a king, you are a queen, you are royalty. I want you to walk like it, talk like it, boss up like it, think like it. I want you to make moves like it. Do you hear me? Live that life because that's who you are. You are royalty. You are getting ready to walk down that aisle in your royal wedding. Congratulations to you all. You are getting ready to go and take over that territory, that property that belongs to you. And for some, it may be multiple properties. I also want you to remember that you have power, and you are a powerhouse. Not because of you and just who you are, but because of the one that inhabits you, the one that is within you, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, right? So I want you to go out and light up the world and everything that is in your path, okay? I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.